Here's an interesting one for you, Andrew. I know you love an interesting fact. You see the little guy in the cage there, Rian Short, making his second outing in the mixed martial arts sphere?
Yes.
Guess who he made his debut against? And guess the weight class.
Well, this is at flyweight.
This is at flyweight.
So I'm going to guess lightweight.
You're wrong.
Featherweight.
You're still wrong.
Welterweight.
You're still wrong.
Middleweight.
You're still wrong. Do you want me to just take your misery? He made his debut at strawweight in 2017 against another debuting fighter. Do you want me to give you? Do you want me to just let you in on the secret?
Yeah, just tell me.
Jer Harris.
Jer Harris. Well, it's mad how I went as high as middleweight before even considering that there was a strawweight fight in Irish
know there
MMA
was
then.
men's strawweight fight.
Yeah.
There you go. Ricky Araujo is a very interesting fighter. Ricardo Araujo is very strong, fast southpaw. But Rian Short has closed the distance on him straight away.
I'm just going to make a jump here. If his right hand goes back and controls his wrist, he had a perfect Paddy Pimblett-esque flying triangle entry there with such a strong overhook. Completely lost. But I have to say, both of these have brought some crowd with them.
Yeah, the volume in the room went up a little bit. DeAraujo is quite a long, rangy flyweight. You don't get to hear that at all about flyweights, really. He's certainly got the reach advantage over his opponent. And I watched this guy fight a novice fight recently. He's very fast, very slick on the feet. We spoke earlier about ZKJ fighters also having good striking, so we can see Rian Short is confident in his hands and feet too.
Yeah, it could be an exciting one for us.
The slip by Araujo almost cost him, but he's in a good position now.
And he did brilliant to stay out of range of the incoming rush as well, even though he was rushing himself backwards just a little bit. He's been very, I'm not saying conservative with that knee. Like, we can't call that a drop. It seemed more like it's not nearly a guard pull from Rian, but he wanted to be on the ground anyway.
Araujo's landing some big shots here, and he's taking the back. Short has exposed his back, and Araujo, he's just sit down on his opponent. He's giving him a little bit of wiggle room. The way he's trying to half stay on his feet is just giving Short a bit of space to maneuver and begin to turn, and he's doing a good job so far. But Araujo now steps over and he's trapped an arm with that hook momentarily.
He just lost it.
Short just taking that minute to recharge the batteries, but not going to get much time here with Ricardo DeAraujo on his back. The pace of the flyweights is always just exceptional.
Yeah, it's an interesting enough one to look at here, because I know we've talked about it before. I would have thought he was better trying to hold him out there, to be honest, Browner, but this, I'd say both of their shins will be sore tomorrow after that clash there.
They're both looking for that big spin, aren't they?
They're looking for something for the highlight reel anyway.
Araujo with the hands low and throwing a few feints, just trying to keep his opponent guessing. There's that spin. They've both had a go at it. Neither with success so far. Araujo went for the tornado. Nice left hand up top by Short in that exchange. What a first round. Araujo probably had the better positions and landed some nice shots from the top.
Yeah, a bit of an insane pace. It's what we were talking about. Person on the back, like, you can definitely see when somebody is skilled in the idea of like hand fighting and the fast action sort of rear naked chokes, versus the person who is trying to slowly work the hand across and under the neck. Like, that's not going to work, especially with the fat type of gloves that you see at amateur. And even then, like, you see some people with certain types of amateur gloves. Like, look at the difference here. Ricky's are fresh out the box here.
Yeah.
A bit, I don't want to say a bit much padding, but I think there's a pair of Sandys on Rian in the other corner here, Brenner, that you're going to see that are the,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They're a worn down set of amateur gloves.
Makes
there,
such a difference. I mean, we do positional rounds wearing the 4 ounces, and even the difference from the 6s to the 4s.
Yeah,
it's just crazy
makes
in,
all
in,
the
in
difference.
terms of grappling and what you can and can't do.
And it's even on a 4 ounce, like you can feel like the edges like that little bit sharper and stuff like that.
Without a doubt, yeah.
Because of the exposed finger.
Lovely head kick by DeAraujo. Nicely blocked there by Short. He sensed the danger. The level of flyweights in this country, we say it every time, but it's always so exciting to watch these guys fight. And these two guys making their entry into this division. There's lots of good fights available to them. But you got to get through this one first. It's interesting. Short is... He's also the shorter fighter because DeAraujo is so tall for the weight class.
Very good, yes.
But he's using his footwork really well to try and... He's trying to play that long game, and
he's trying to play the game that we talked earlier on of the ZKJ, Yanni Core style fighter. But he, as you said, is playing it as the shorter fighter. Do you know what I mean? So it's not as... So I feel like that last flurry that we've seen from him was probably his best, and it's because he incorporated a side-to-side, like a zigzag.
It was lovely, yeah, great bit of movement
to close the range instead of just that front and back that we've been accustomed to over the last while.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of creative footwork. He walks onto a shot there.
I suppose that's the downside to it. Oh!
He's engaging now at half a round to go, and we'll see if he can get Ricardo DeAraujo off the cage and onto the mat. It can be difficult against a long-limbed opponent to kind of connect the hands and, you know, narrow their base. DeAraujo does a great job there. Both his feet are pointing in the same direction. He split the feet, so. And the underhooks, he used them so well. Really good work.
Short just had a lovely position there, and then it just seemed like that he lost the focus slightly and allowed Ricky to be able to hit the counter. This is a barrage of knees here.
Yeah.
And a strong right underhook control here. Oh, that one could have been low.
Yeah. That's the second one we've had, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Rian Short going to get a little breathing space in here for the moment. Yeah, when you're throwing a high volume of knees to the body, when you're the longer limbed fighter, it's great because you can step back, which allows you to get more hip into those shots. The problem is if your thigh is a little longer, your femur's a little longer, you run the risk of flying below the radar and all the other cliches between the goalposts.
That's a huge problem for me, Paul. I'm 6'5". But I will take this moment in the break of the action to tell you that I am currently over 6 feet because I'm wearing a pair of running shoes.
Oh, I see that, yeah.
See them? Hokas. They're very trendy. I've never done a run in my life, but...
Comfortable though, yeah.
Very comfortable.
I wear a pair of nice running shoes myself just for comfort. Hate running.
No, it's for the height.
Run.
It's for the height. I like Paul Brown may be afraid to speak the truth here on this stream. I am not. It's for the height.
Every inch makes a difference, Andrew.
Well, thankfully the fight is resumed, so I don't have to try and come back. That's like a move at a Tekken there.
That was, yeah, let's say video game stuff. A lot of looping shots in this fight. I haven't seen many jabs.
No, but if we could go back to that shot that Rian's after attempting to throw, like, what does he hope is the desired outcome from that? Let's say it connects.
Yeah, it's not going to land much damage.
It's like when McGregor threw that capoeira, the Rabona type kick.
Right hand there by Short in that exchange landed, but I think he felt that kick to the body too.
I want to see more of that side-to-side entry type movement from Rian here, going into the last round.
Yeah, it was very interesting. It's a nice way of moving, like you've got a sniper with his sights set on you, and you're just trying to stay out of his firing line. Zigzag in and land a shot as your opponent is just taking a moment to sort of engage, figure out where you are, what you're doing. I would happily watch a whole card of flyweight fights. I think the action is just so.
I think he could get away with booking it. Do you know what?
Yeah.
I really do. Like, as insane as it would be, like, I would love to see a 4/6 man tournament here, flyweight wise.
Oh yeah.
And have one of the two, like, that they're aware that they're an alternate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In case anything happens, so that the two winners can't compete later on that evening.
As an old school MMA fan, I love a tournament.
Yeah, well, I know we've been at one at Virtuous. You know, we saw Kieran Brady.
That's right.
Win it in a one night tournament and stuff like that. And to me, like, they are slick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, just the novelty of it is brilliant. What a left hand there by DeAraujo.
Novelty, yeah, but you're also not really. It's not as if you're making them do it. Like, they have a handful of hours between their two fights. Do you know what I mean?
Good timing again.
I think he might be tempted to jump back in a guillotine here.
He's not connected the hands just yet, but with those longer limbs, it can be easy enough to sometimes slip under that.
If he can get hand to hand from here, he's laughing. Rian's left hand, though, is pushing down on the wrist.
Yeah, it might be just enough. Yeah, it is. Great use of the wall again. He did a great escape in the first round like that, but DeAraujo not letting him off the hook this time.
I was just thinking, I was like, is Ricky aware he is allowed to throw strikes from the mount here?
He looks more interested in the grappling.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about trying to slowly put that hand across. Like, the hands, especially the underhooking arm here from the back, needs to be thinking about cross wrist control if you're looking from an isolation perspective. And so many rear naked chokes that we see. This is good. This is better. Much better. So many rear naked chokes we see come from strikes setting up the exposure under the chin. This isn't going to work because it's just on the side of his head here, but definitely better from Ricky compared to the first round. And this is a very frustrating position to be in for both fighters. If Rian's able to get 2-on-1 on one of Ricky's gloves there,
yeah,
and start to extend his arm out, pull it down.
Little grab of the fence there, gets him a warning from the ref. Yeah, there's an arm triangle, and it's led Araujo around to almost around to the back.
Great sentence, well executed from Paul Brown here.
He's falling a little off, isn't he? As Short is trying to get to his knees and posture up. He's done well to turn into his opponent with 20 seconds left on the clock. Ricardo DeAraujo with a strong third round.
A strong performance in general, and if we can see him build on this, you know, if we can see him build on this from the perspective of, like, look at this frame, Paul.
Yeah.
Like, you and I have grappled with people like that, taller than us, taller, skinnier than us. They're a nightmare to deal with.
Yeah.
He can start to utilise that into his grappling and his wrestling a wee bit more.
Yeah, the kid can move, you know. He's talented, so it'll be interesting to see where he goes going forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to your judges' scorecards for decision. Your judges have scored about 29-28, 30-27, and 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Ricardo DeAraujo! Saying things I've never said, doing things I've never done. Oh my God, but I see you, I should do it. But I'm crossing in emotion, and it tells me it's not. Tells me it's not feeling, feel my life.